Okay, I hope you can see this. I'm holding this up for a little bit. Hello, boys and girls. This is your old pal, Uncle Al. And this is the side book. Now, a lot of you people, like Hubble's Cat and Harshman Hills, don't want to mow all the time. It's side. There's a trick to it, and you got to know what you're doing. Okay, let me finish holding that up. Gotta do this quick. Like and subscribe to my channel. Hit the little bell. And this one is a fast and easy garden plot for Will from Just in Time Prepping and Harshman Hills. Will, you could do it in your backyard. In Harshman Hills, you could do it at your house and your cabin. Fairly easy. You're talking to a person who gardens, farms, ranches, the whole bit. Everybody else who watches my channel could do the same thing. In the spring, this is called growing a square meal. This is known most by people square foot gardening. I have to use this because I got cataracts and I can't see too well. Known as square foot gardening is really popular in small spaces in suburban and urban backyards, but also can make a great kitchen garden by starting building a garden box. You could use pallets, bricks, stones. All you have to do is get the bed to about 8 inches. So you got to make the walls 8 inches. Excuse me. This is why Uncle Alan's getting sick. Okay, building your garden box. This makes a great garden by building a garden box, a raised bed. Like I said before, from pallets, from scrap wood, bricks, stones, anything to raise a bed up to 8 inches high. Okay, so it spills over the top, 8 inches of dirt. Okay, all right, and it should be a 4 foot by 4 foot box. Okay, 4 by 4 box, square. Okay, to hold your dirt in. Take some string. You can pick this up. This is, what you call it, mason lined. See that? Okay, that you have to mark off your squares to map out what you're going to plant. Okay, now because it's 4 by 4, it makes 4 individual squares, 4 down, 4 across. Okay, so each area has a certain amount of plants. Now remember, soil competition. You want to be half potting soil, half manure, a little bit of sand, regular dirt. You mix it all up. Okay, this is before you plant. Now, if you use bedding plants or seeds, I use both. And in the square, you pick one spot. From the top is number one tomato plant. I always recommend either cherry or pear tomato. This is the top. Okay, the top corner, number 1, is tomato. Next to it is a plant that goes with tomato, cucumber. You plant 2 cucumber plants in there. Okay, so first corner is 1 tomato plant. Next to it is a cucumber plant. Next to it is 8 pole beans. Okay, you put 8 seeds or 8 plants. I prefer seeds for pole beans. And you have a little ridge so they can climb up. Next to it, you have 4 corn seedlings or 4 corn in that square foot. Now, because you have pole beans, you have cucumbers and tomatoes, they all go together. Okay, and the 4 corn will produce on each stalk two cobs of corn. So 4 times 2 is 6. Or is it 8? 4 times 2 is 8. 8 cobs of corn. That's enough for that corner. So we got the first row across, 1 tomato, 2 cucumbers, 8 boiled beans, and 4 corn straight across. Okay, this might be long because I got to explain this carefully. Underneath the tomato square is sweet pepper, 1 plant. Okay, 1 sweet pepper you want to plant there. Next to it, the setup with the stakes and string and stuff. That square is 8 peas. Okay, edible pod. Next to that is 16 seeds of radishes. Radishes grow fast, so you could vacate that spot because our next plant, by the time the radishes finish growing, it'll be start growing bigger and bigger, is squash. So you have 1 squash. So second row is 1 pepper plant, sweet pepper. Second box is 8 peas. Third box is 16 radish seeds. They grow really fast, so be careful. And then the last box on this side, 1 squash plant. Why? Because that squash plant is going to take up a lot of space. Next box on the third row down, going down, and third row is carrots. 16 baby carrots. Planted by seed, and you got 16 carrots. These grow really fast. And next to it, you grow beets. Now, nice thing about beets, you have 9 plants in that square box that you marked off with your string. That square box, you have 9 beet plants. You take out a few at a time, so it remains 4. Okay, because beets, you can eat the whole thing. You can eat the bulb, you can eat the stalk, the leaves, the whole bit. That's why I gave Hubble's cat Detroit Red. I hope he isn't throwing away the tops. Probably he will. Okay, next to beets on the third row is spinach. 9 plants. Same as microgreens. You space it out until you get 3 to 4 plants left. And then on that square, third row, third plant column down, will be 4 remaining out of the 9 spinach plants. You can eat the whole thing. Next to the last, okay, is 4 lettuce plants. Okay, all these plants in that row grows good together. Okay, it works out fine. And lettuce matures fast as spinach, so it won't be interfered with the next crop rows. Now these rows, okay, each plant are friendly to each other. They won't interfere in growth rates. Now, the bottom row is the troublemakers. Broccoli, 1 plant. You stick it in there. It's a slow grower, but it's fun to watch to grow and learn what kind of bugs are going to eat your garden. Next to it on the second column or row, and on the bottom going across, is onions. You want to plant 16 seeds or 16 bulbets or 16 shoots. Or like me, if you've seen my videos, the little ends of the green onions. I just keep replanting those and it grows and grows and grows. I sometimes put in fresh seed stock to increase the growtivity of the plants, and it always works. Okay, that's 16. So as the season goes on, you thin out the 16. Oh, I don't have another hand. So 16 plants, you cut it down to about 8 plants down, and that'll give you bulb size if you want to grow a small bulb. Okay, next to it is 1 cabbage. All right, only 1 plant. That's on the bottom row, row number 4, 3 across, 1 cabbage. And again, make sure you mark the squares off with marking line or mason line. It's mason line. I'm going blind. And in the bottom corner on the 4th row, number 4, bottom 4, 4th row, is small red potatoes. 4 of them. Okay, easy as pie, 8 inches deep and done for. Because cabbage and potatoes will work together. What? Okay, cabbage and potatoes will work together. Okay, now you got your 4 potato plants If you do it right and your temperatures are cool enough, you'll have the area grow potatoes. So once you consume the spinach and lettuce, that'll be taken over by the potatoes. Cabbage and potatoes will be fine, doesn't interfere with each other's growth. And spinach and potatoes, once you finish with those two squares, the potatoes in square 4 on the bottom, very corner, will take over that spot. And as you go through the season, you see other places where the potatoes will expand because you only have 8 inches of dirt by a certain area. Okay, so this is a small 4x4 garden, easy to do for Will for just-in-time prepping, Harshman Hills, Jordan Jakenberg, anybody who wants to make a quick kitchen garden and get their hands dabbled into dirt. Really easy. Uncle Alan been showing this trick to a lot of people, but a lot of people screws it up really bad because they don't plant it deep enough. You need 8 inches of dirt. You need marking twine, and it has to be a square foot. And you got to use the right kind of soil. Now, a lot of you guys don't use the line. You just plant willy-nilly. Don't do that. Okay? You want to plant carefully. You want to plant within 8 inches of dirt. Make sure you know what you're doing with the plants. It's 4x4. I've seen people screwed this up really easy. And they went to college, and some of them are doctors, physicians, lawyers, even astrophysicists who went to Stanford. This drives me nuts. And they're sending people into outer space. Okay, sorry this takes a little long, but again, big shout out to uh, Old School with a Modern Twist. Let me get my notes away. Old School to a Modern with a Modern Twist. Kentucky Survival. Try and Survive. LS. And Cindy Johns and Random Lady 1989. And also West Wind Survival. He did a great video. Go check him out, please. And that's about time I could say. So good night, boys and girls. You have a nice night. This is a quick and easy garden, 4x4. Remember, 4 feet by 4 feet squared. And please use the marking lines. Make the squares. Follow Uncle Alan's advice, and you'll have a nice garden. Fast, easy garden starting in the spring to summer. Okay? Bye, boys and girls.